Have you worked with Paul? What's the association with Paul? Is that through like mutual friends
Yeah,
or?
no, I've never worked with Paul. We just I became friends. He did a film with Serge, with my partner in Australia. And I was over there. And so I got to know Paul through that, and we've just become really great mates. There's a whole little group of us that sort of that 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 really get along, and I just adore him. Paul, I actually sort of met him when during lockdown when I watched Normal People.
Oh,
And I was so utterly blown away. There's a scene in that where I think he's having therapy. His character's having therapy, and he broke down. And like I've done my fair share of breaking down over the years. You know, I'm sure like everybody has. But I was so utterly moved. I'm never moved by those kind of things ever, and I was moved by that, and I just couldn't. He just took my breath away completely, and I
yeah.
was like, I've got to find this guy, a kid at that point. And I found him, through the sort of social media route, and I just got a message to him, and I was just like, I just have to tell you how wonderful you are, and sort of from there we sort of developed an I don't know what you call it, relationship. And now we're really good friends, and I just I just love watching him, and I love watching Paul navigate his way through the
100%.
industry, and like, I've had a relative slow burn in many ways as a career. I've been very lucky in what I've been able to do, but I've been very lucky that I've had sort of space to learn and grow.
Right.
And Paul was sort of straight into the deep end.
Hmm.
I love the way that he deals with it, and he's unapologetic for how he wants to keep as much of himself as possible. And I'm immensely proud of him for that alone. Forget his acting, which is, sort of just a sort of strange kind of beauty that very few actors have. How he sort of holds himself is wonderful.